So another question that, and this comes up a lot, coin versus digital payments.
Yeah, I'm just
I
curious, right? Like what if anybody has started out with coin and then like upgraded to making that digital payment and how that has maybe affected in, positive or negative.
Brit
um
misses rolling out the wheelbarrows full of quarters.
I do miss playing with them. Actually, these are like some silver coins and specialty coins that I've collected over, I think this is about 3 years worth, like quarters that have the paint on them, silver coins and stuff like that. I'm really into it, but I did go coinless in November with the
Okay.
fast card system, so I do miss my coins, but
Yeah.
um, I can speak on that. I just went coinless in November. Previously, I was dollar token and a quarter mixture. Um, Keeps the people in the store that should be in the store, keeps the people out of the store that shouldn't be in the store. Um, and you got your float, so the coins will disappear. And if they never get spent, like whatever, if they're whatever 40 cents per token, then you're making 60 cents when they walk out the door. Not the goal, but it is a perk that happens. Um, my most expensive washer is 11.50. It's an 80 pounder. That's not anywhere near. I know some places are 13, $15, $18 in other places, other ways. That's more than 50 quarters that you have to put in.
Wow. Yeah.
Anything like $10, that's 40 coins.
A
That's if
lot.
you do straight quarters.
Yeah.
Um, and I wanted to go. I decided to switch to fast card. Partially, my dad did it, so I was able to like watch him succeed. Um, with the system, it does reduce like the mechanical failures of like coins getting jammed and
Mm.
that kind of thing. But I am in a first ring suburb with 4 other laundries that use coin, and one uses a mixture of coin and card. And I went completely coinless. So I did have customers leave. I know people were frustrated, but I also knew that if I kept and did both coin and the fast card system, because you can do both, that people wouldn't change.
Got
And I
it.
would
That's
still have
pretty
to
much
provide coin, and I would
the
still have
question.
mechanical failures. Um, because you have to, like, my distributor even was like, Britt, don't do this. I was like, no, they'll never switch. They'll never switch
Right.
over. They won't know that they could switch over, because the laundry, I always like to talk about it. It's so ritualistic. People have a day, they have a time, they have a
Right.
routine. They use this washer, they use that door to come in. They don't like don't like it if they can't sit at this table. Like,
Yeah.
it's so ritualistic. So I had to disrupt it. And some people don't like it, but I I'm finding success in it. I have had a dip in sales. I'm in a really large Hispanic area, and in the winter here with snow and cold and stuff. And February was really rough on me. And another laundromat in the area with the large Hispanic population also commented that you know their that population wasn't coming out um, into the public as much. They found that they had a loss of those
Uh,
customers. So I'm not meeting the same place as I was last year. At the same time, I increased my prices, so I'm a little disappointed with that. But I have um, $9,000 in float on cards right now, on
wow.
my laundry cards.
got it.
Britt, did your dad go all coinless too?
He did, and he had the advantage of he has many stores, like I mentioned, but they're in very small towns. Under like several of them are under 2,000 population. My store is meets or exceeds his busiest store, but he likes to be the cleanest, the best, the nicest, the brightest, the only one in the area that's going to. He doesn't go into a town and push out a store. He goes into a town that doesn't have one and brings people from those towns nearby.
Hmm.
And he has that luxury of going coinless because there's no other option. He's the best
Got it.
option, so people had to commit. But when I did it, I did bilingual staff full time for 3 weeks. And I still have people that come in and go, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
And you
I'd
said
like
you
to
use
share
Fast
one
Card?
other thing. I use FastCard. I'd like to share one other thing that I find fascinating. I had 2 ladies separately come to tell me how amazing it was that they could use their debit card in the store, whether it was loading onto the card or using it at the machine. 2 separate women told me that doing laundry for them was a 3-day process. If they needed to do laundry, they needed to start 2 days before actually doing it, because for however their finances work out, they needed to get cash to do laundry because it's a cash situation, and they would have to go to CVS and make a small purchase and see how much they could get in cash back. If that store, if CVS wasn't willing to do it, then they'd go to a Walgreens, make a small purchase and see how much they could get in cash back from their debit card. And they were so relieved that they didn't have to do that anymore. It was just wild to me. I'd never heard of that before.
Huh. Is there any are there like loyalty programs that's possible with like the debit card? I don't know if you ever see like, after 10 washes, 1 free or something like that.
Yeah.
You ever
Very
seen?
common.
Okay.
Very common.